Test. Test. McFarland Spartan basketball is on the air. Good evening, Spartan Nation, and welcome to McFarland boys basketball tonight. My name's Bill, the Big K Cather, your play-by-play announcer, a 69-year-old two-time cancer survivor. I'm just living the dream of bringing McFarland youth activities to you, and still waiting for the mothership, ESPN, out in Bristol, Connecticut, to give me a call. I'm going to do my best tonight to keep this telecast as accurate, informative, and entertaining for your viewing pleasure as possible. Tonight, that's going to be made possible because I've got the head varsity girls coach, Mr. Pete, Allstate Willicott. You're in good hands with Coach Willicott, who's going to be sitting by my side tonight, helping me with the game analysis and that. So this should be a very enjoyable telecast for those of you on this very frigid evening sitting at home to enjoy. So let me first give a shout out to those of you watching, maybe even tonight, down in Clinton, Wisconsin, who stayed home and didn't take the trip up here tonight. I hope you enjoy this telecast, as well as people viewing in Kansas City, Minneapolis, Chicago, Houston, Pennsylvania, California, Arizona, Florida, and even my own son tonight who's watching down in Rio de Janeiro, or Brazil. So hats off to you, son. Looking forward to seeing you soon when you come back home. For your information, these games can be viewed 4 different ways. Some of you are viewing live now on cable 982 here in McFarland and Madison area. Second way, this is live streamed at McFarland's cable website, which is YouTube McFarland Cable. This game may be viewed after tonight's ball game, tomorrow, next week, next month, whatever. If you just, again, go to the website, YouTube McFarland Cable, and you can pull it up. And the fourth way of viewing it is at our village website. Go to McFarland Village website, and there's a link to view this game there. So plenty of different ways for you, as well as the kids playing in this game, grandparents, other people in other states, other countries, whatever, to stay in touch here with McFarland, Wisconsin, and the activities and athletics here of kids in this area. Well, I continue to preview tonight's game. I hope you appreciate the efforts of the McFarland Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Joe Hartson and Mr. Ben Peterson. And as I always do, I'm going to pay a special tribute. I do a little thing called Cather Karaoke, where I will sing the school song as a tribute to legendary band director and coach in the McFarland School District who lost his life to cancer about 5 years ago, Mr. Badger Bill Garvey. So as soon as they come up with the school song and that, I will start singing. And can either, and here we go with the school song. Let me see if they start with the Clinton school song. If not, I will wait, and we will do the McFarland school song. Oldest cheerleader in the world, Mr. Mike Friedel, trying to get the Clinton people up here. My neighbor just coming over here to say hi as we're listening to the Clinton Cougars fight song. Again, I'll be singing the McFarland fight song here in just a minute. But I'm going to start with saying McFarland Cable TV Channel 982 is a function of the village of McFarland and producing high school sports as a result of a community survey and fan interest, indicating viewers like you at home, as well as fans in attendance desire this type of programming. I encourage you to inform your village officials by way of an email, phone call, how much you enjoy these high-quality productions. Positive efforts of our McFarland youth deserves to be recognized in all forms of the media. The State Journal, the Thistle, Cable Channel 982, as well as our website, YouTube McFarland Cable. So once again, thanks for your support. And a special thanks to Mr. Eric, the Big Boss Man Redding, who is our head cable coordinator, and his staff, who I'll be talking about shortly. And boy, I can't do these telecasts without them. So I'm just kind of killing a little time here, and now we are coming up to the McFarland School Fight Song, and it's time for Cather Karaoke and a tribute to the legendary Badger Bill Garvey. So here we go, strike it up. Fight for our Spartans, valiant fight, for our colors, brilliant fight. Fight, McFarland high, don't let them buy you. Rah, 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 rah. Hail to our Spartans valiant, hail to our colors brilliant. Though odds be great or small, we're victors overall. There we go, Badger Bill. Gone but never forgotten, my boy. Just genuinely miss you. A lot of people do, but boy, do we greatly appreciate everything you did during your time here at McFarland School and in this community. So hats off to you, Badger Bill. Now, let me continue on before I welcome in the coach here to our Spartan sponsors. I've got a lot of them here, and again, remember, go use these places, and when you're in using them, please tell them how much you appreciate their support of McFarland High School athletics and the school district here. So here we go, our Spartan sponsors. Edward Jones, Joe Muting and Tyler Weedle Agency, Gingerbread House Preschool, Nelson's Bus Service, S&G Insurance, Steve Garvel Agency, Schrammel Realty Group, McFarland State Bank, Baker Tilly, Angelo's McFarland State Farm Insurance, Jim Hartman Agency, Gunderson Funeral Home, Sparkle Auto Body, Ken's Automotive, Madison Futsal, Luke's Cafe, Lakestone Properties, Culvers and McFarland, Washer Construction, Main Moon Chinese Restaurant, Spurley Farms, Wisconsin Bedding, Dan Frank, Green Lantern, McFarland True Value, Dan Chin Homes, Rural Masonry, Credo Product Development, 608 Threads, Farmers Insurance, Michael Chandler Agency, The Little Gym, Quick Trip, Scott White Chiropractic, and Zelm Chiropractic, Matt Splinter Memorial Foundation, the Maple Tree Supper Club, Tim O'Brien Homes, Spartan Bowl, Shelton Signs, and Spartan Pizza. So again, thanks to all of you for your support here. So, on the outside tonight, it's a balmy -3 degrees, according to Mr. Gary and Anna Canalti, and Bob Lindmeyer and Al Roker are three local weather forecasters here. But as Brent Musburger would say, we don't care because you are looking live inside McFarland High School Gymnasium on this Thursday evening, January the 4th, 2018, to witness tonight's battle between the Cougars of Clinton and your McFarland Spartans. The Clinton Cougars are coached by John Graciolny, Division III school, 364 students, 2-7 overall, 1-5 in the Rock Valley, presently in 8th place. Last game they played, they lost to River Ridge out of Illinois, 83-71. They're led by 6'2" senior Zach Krause, 15 points a game, and a 6' senior Caleb Graciolny, 12.6 points a game. Your McFarland Spartans coach, Mr. Jeff Meinold, assisted by Tim King. Division II school, 687 kids, 6-3 overall, 5-1 in the Rock Valley North, presently tied for second place. Their last game, they defeated Lodi non-conference 60-49. They're led by 6'6" junior Trayvon Tower of Power Chisholm, 13.9 points a game, 6' senior Philip the Magic Man Robinson, 11.8, 6'2" junior Daniel, a wild thing, Tenius, 10.6, 6'2" senior Brady the Blender Butler, 6.4, and a 6' senior Hunter, Mr. Diligent. Never quits till the work gets done. Patchen, 6.6 points a game. Last year's ball game, McFarland won 64-43. McFarland returns from that game. Butler 7, Herbst 5, who will be my halftime guest tonight. Wanta 4 and Patchen 7 for Clinton. Graciolny 11, Kraus 10, Hallstad 5, Paschke 2, and Maloli also 2. Cather skis tonight ball game. McFarland get the ball to the post on every possession. Number 2, make free throws. 3, reduce your turnovers, and 4, keep Clinton off the free throw line. They're an excellent free throw shooting team. For Clinton, reduce turnovers. They need to improve their shooting percentage as they've only been averaging 45.2 points a game so far this year. Get to the free throw line. They're excellent from there, as well as hit the boards and limit McFarland to only one shot. So, with that being said, again, tonight, my special guest at halftime, we're going to start right away with about a 7-minute interview I had the pleasure of doing with all the seniors. Tonight will be Nick Herbie Herbst doing that, 6'2" senior, followed by our dance team routine. So I'd like to just quick welcome in the coach, senior girls varsity coach, Mr. Pete Willickett. Pete, and then we'll get to our national anthem. Well, I guess we're going to go to it, and then I guess we'll welcome you back in. let me know. Tyler Halstead, number 3, a 5'11 senior, averaging 7.4 points a game. Caleb Gracie Alney, 6' senior, averaging 12.6 points a game. Number 12, Zach Kraus, 6'2" senior, 15 points a game. Number 14, Eric Paschke, a 6' senior, 8.5 points a game. And our final starter is number 15, Connor Maluli, a 6' senior. Okay, now moving over for your Spartans. McFarland Spartans under Coach Jeff Meinhold, assisted by Mr. Tim King. The Blender, 6'2" senior, Brady Butler, averaging 6.4 points a game. Next, tonight's special halftime interview guest, Nick Herbie Herbst, 6'2" senior, averaging 3.2 points a game. Next, Daniel Tenius, the Wild Thing, a 6'2" junior, 10.6 points a game. Hunter, Mr. Diligent Patchen, a 6'4" senior, 6.6 points a game. And the Tower of Power, inside 6'6" junior, Trayvon Chisholm, 13.9 points a game. All right, let's welcome in the coach. Coach Willickett.
How are you?
Good. Now that I finally got you in here with an opportunity to say something.
I've been scarred from the previous experience, so I had to have a pause there just to make sure this was a real invitation this time. Be interesting to see how much shot selection comes into play when you look at the percentage, as you mentioned. I know is one of those keys for Clinton.
Yep, averaging only 43 points a ball game. All right, jumping it up, we've got Kraus and Chisholm, Herbst. All right, controlling the ball, bring it up, get it to the blender. Brady Butler, 6'2" senior, Chisholm, Tenius. Lob pass inside. And rejected by Gracie Alney, second leading scorer, coach's son. Tipped away, trying to get the entry pass. Maluli over to Gracie Alney, over to Kraus. Kraus on the drive. Nice dish back to Maluli. And Maluli just rejected a little bit by Trayvon, the Tower Power Chisholm. There's Butler. Cut off on the baseline, gonna nice hesitation dribble, but be a little careful on that bounce pass, and the 10-foot J from the baseline, right baseline, is good by the blender, Brady Butler, and we're at 2-0. 1 minute into your ball game here.
Love to see the 2-foot jump stop there as he goes in, puts himself in a position to make a good pass, although the bounce pass didn't quite get through as he had intended.
Right. And Halstead missing a little bit strong on the drive. You know, with that little baseline jumper there, that was about from 7 feet. The coach is smiling right now because he knows where I'm going to go. Would you classify that as a mid-range jumper?
I would, and if I was on the defensive end of that, I'd be very satisfied with that being the best shot that they took.
We can maybe have a little point in time during one of these timeouts to share that little story that we have going on here with the coach.
I've got a feeling it'll come up.
Gotta have a little fun with these telecasts. Again, it's all volunteer. Nice defense by Maluli, 6' senior that time. Kraus, leading scorer, 50.
Seen a couple of kids hesitate on open threes here.
Yep.
Seems like that might be one of the reasons why their scoring's down a little bit is a lack of shooters potentially.
Right. You know, you still got to, get your feet and shoulders to the basket and commit. Always have your hands ready with the ball. Mishandled by Paschke, turnover, nice spin dribble by Brady Butler. Little kiss off the glass, couldn't quite convert. I thought we might have a chance there for the old-fashioned three-point play, but
nicely done here on this end. Once you get that turnover to peek, look at that opposite rim, get the ball kicked ahead. Too often you see situations where they get that turnover and they never see the guy running down the court.
Good job, Brady. And advance the ball with the dribble or a pass, Coach?
Always kick that thing ahead when you can. Get it up with the pass. It's a lot faster.
Yes, sirree. Oh, come on a little bit strong off the back iron, and we're 3-zip. 16-10 left to go here in the first half. Halstead being guarded by Butler up high. The cross. Into the post. Paschke. Kick it back out to number 11, Gracie Alney. A little strong. Wild Thing Tenius.
I'd like to see him really hunt for that rim more. I don't know if the defense necessarily stopped him or if he stopped himself.
Tenius from the deep corner, no good on the 3-ball. And Gracie Alney on the rebound pushed it ahead to Halstead. Picked up, nice double team that time. Good help by Nick Herbie Herbst. Again, he'll be my halftime guest. Paschke, left high elbow. And I think that ball might have been off Coach Meinhold, but he helped the official make the call over there and ball to McFarland.
Defensively, I'm not sure everybody on McFarland was running the same thing there. At one point, they had 3 guys of Clinton over on that left wing area and only 2 McFarland kids.
Tenius, Butler, Herbst, Chisholm up high, try and kick it in. Nice low pass entry and a kiss off the glass again, but another little missed 3-point possibility that time by Patchen, but still like the fact that you're using the glass from inside.
Yeah, that's a great look. It's a high percentage shot. You're hoping that more often than not you're going to end up finishing those, but probably not going to go 100%.
Good first throw by Hunter Patchen. Mr. Diligent. Never quits until the job gets done. A thing that was nice, too, about Chisholm that time, couldn't enter the ball right away, so it took 1 or 2 dribbles, got a little better angle, got a little better seal out of Patchen, and converted for at least 1 there. Chisholm. Tenius. Oh, nice spin move that time by the Tower of Power, Trayvon Chisholm. And I've been saying all along, boy, good offenses run through the post.
Does a tremendous job getting square to that rim, finish in front of the rim, so he's got a chance for an offensive rebound if necessary, but really well done by him.
Yep. Boy, another nice seal job that time by Hunter Patchen. And boy, Spartans off to a quick 8-zip start here. Coach Meinhold and everybody up off the bench, and a great start here tonight for the Spartans.
I'll tell you this, the one big takeaway right now is Coach King needs a raise. Coach King works with those guys on the inside all the time in practice. We had him in our practice yesterday actually working on some interior play with some of our girls. Just does a phenomenal job teaching those techniques, giving them a couple of tools to put in their toolbox there to go baseline. If they're leveraging baseline, come back to the middle, finish at the front of the rim, Sigma step, get square. And I mean, it's doing well right now for these guys, let me tell you.
Right. Checking in the ball game is Tyler Staus, number 22, a 6'5" junior for Clinton. Inbounding the ball is Malooly. Up to Halstead. Oh, and quite a collision there, and no foul called. Patchen. Herbst. Tenius a little bit short. 0 for 2, so on the 3-ball. Beautiful bounce pass. And a nice, beautiful Stockton layup that time by Caleb Gracie-Alney, coach's son. Clinton on the board. Ooh. Gracie-Alney. That little scrum coming up with the ball for Clinton. The Cougars only won 2 ball games so far this year, tied for 8th place in the conference. Gracie-Alney, kaboom! Caleb Gracie-Alney, and boy, this is down to a 1-possession ball game. We're at 8-5, a quick 5 after the timeout. We're at 13:50 to go here in your first half. 8-5, McFarland.
And you can see him shooting with tremendous confidence. He has no worries about that first one being a little off.
Yep.
He knows what he is percentage-wise, and he's going to go ahead and knock that thing down.
Yep.
It was well done by him.
Do you think being a coach's son, he's probably spent a little time in the gym since he probably came out of the crib?
If he wasn't birthed right into the place. I'm guessing he's no stranger to this place.
Nope.
So.
And Herb stepping in front. Let's see what the call is. Not sure which way this is going to go. And the foul's being called on Connor Malooly, a 6-foot senior for Clinton.
Coach Meinhold is going through a whole roller coaster of emotions right now. He thought for sure that one was coming on us.
Yep.
He seems less disagreeable with the call right now.
In fact, turning his back to the action right now and just kind of going, really? I'll take that. Malooly checking out of the ball game with 2 early fouls.
Going to get a post entry here, I would think.
Number 5, Ryder Weisensell in the ball game, a 6'1" senior. Oh, not seen that before. Going to make a cross-court pass at the under part of the rim. And again, a nice little step through, and I was looking for a travel
Looks
call
like a
on
body
that.
though.
Yep.
Yeah. He's playing very strong right now. He's got a nice wide base. He's not taking these huge pivots, which cause kids to get off balance. It's short, choppy ones, get himself square, kind of see the floor. Had a great pass. It wasn't for that pesky backboard, but he had a great angle out there.
Well, thing is, you have to have, how do I want to say, you need controlled spontaneity and other times controlled patience, depending upon. If you get the ball at the low post, you're not doubled. Hey, stay under control, be patient, you know, show the ball, make a few moves in that. If the double's coming, boy, that's what I mean. Get rid of it quick, kick it back out.
Was it Wooden that said play fast but don't be in a hurry?
That was excellent.
Coach Wooden?
Yep. I think he probably had a few decent players in his time. And Trayvon there again. I'd like to see him use the backboard on that, Coach.
Yeah, you know, even when you get to that front of the rim, you can play off that glass using that square. You know, little bit of a rough bounce there for him, but you don't want to follow it up by climbing on top there.
Right.
I know the kid gets a good box out. You just let that one go, contest, and get back.
Right. Gracie Olney. Paschke, strong to the hole, rejected. As on the rebound, Gracie Olney, Weisensell. Paschke, left elbow to the hole. Oh, and a nice look away pass that time by Anastasi. And nice defense by the Spartans. And there again, I like that. Outlet pass. Double A Ackerman coming down, but smartly pulled it back out. Didn't quite have it. Oh, and score that. That's down deep. Butler.
This is the best I've seen Spartans in terms of looking down the court after these turnovers. They're really getting out and running well.
Absolutely. Gracie Olney. Kaboom! A second splash for Caleb Gracie Olney, the 6-foot senior. And he's got all 8 Clinton's points, and we're knotted at the 12-minute mark of the first half, 8 all.
What they're going to have to do is if they're going to continue to pressure with that half-court trap, they've got to take away that middle. They missed the rotation twice on that, and it's going to hurt them.
Oh, nice 2-ball by Brady Butler, his second deuce of the night. He had to go with a free throw, 5 points for the Blender. Who's through all these baskets?
He's got to take away middle here now.
Shelly, Ackerman just a little late there, but come back. Anticipate.
I don't know the exact rules for Coach Meinholz's pressure here, but typically if you're going to be trapping out on a wing there, it's going to be your weak side post who's going to lift up to try to take away that middle and allow that weak side wing to sink down a little bit. Right now they're leaving that high post area open, and that's going to end up biting them.
Oh, Chisholm lucky he didn't get a second. No, and on the drive to the basket, Tyler Staus is going to be going to the free throw line, the 6-foot 5-inch junior.
And again, you take a look at right where they entered that thing, right to that free throw line extended, right to that high post area.
Yep. First throw, good for Tyler Staus. 3 for 6, 50% free throw shooter on the year, so he went above the 50% level on that. 10-9, he can knot the ball game up here with the second throw. No good, and ball to the Spartans. 10-9. 11:24 to go in the first half. Again, Bill the Big K Cather sitting alongside our varsity girls coach, Mr. Pete Willickett. Hope you enjoy this telecast. We try and keep it as informative, accurate, and entertaining as we can. Never know what we're going to come up with here.
And if we're short on anything, it'll probably be entertainment. Try to keep it accurate, though.
Or, humor.
Yes.
You know, we view a lot of things as being funny that at times. Oh, nice move. And what am I going to say about that? The kiss off the glass right from dead on in front of it. Boy, I got to like that. And boy, they're pinching really tight on top here. So
what a great job by him to get to 2 feet.
Advance it. Nope, and just couldn't control the ball, Brady Butler. Tenius. Boy, he isn't bashful at all. And kaboom! Daniel Tenius, averaging 10.6 points a game, the 6-foot 2-inch junior, gives McFarland a 15-9 lead at the 10-minute mark. And Ackerman getting a little too aggressive on Gracie Olney. You can see that Gracie Olney kind of, he's the ball handler. He's kind of the field general out here for them.
It's nice when you have that coach on the floor, and it helps when he's
Boy.
actually a coach's kid, too.
Yeah.
He probably is familiar with what the game plan is.
Gracie Olney. Boy, that was deep. That was probably about a 28-footer. Tenius. Or to Butler. Ooh, I thought he might load it up. Beautiful entry pass. Get that right off the board. And beautiful 45 bank shot by the Tower Power Chisholm. 2 deuces and 4 points for Trayvon Chisholm. And 17-9. 10 minutes to go in your first half here. Gracie Olney being doubled. Skip pass over to Anastasi.
I'd expect to see a change in defense here from Coach Meinhold as Coach Grayson Ollie takes some time to draw up an attack against this trap. Pretty likely that Coach Meinhold will switch into something new here just to kind of keep them off pace.
Right. Hey, as I do, I like to just mention some of our old alums in that ball games when I get a chance to. I'm going to mention tonight Craig Howry. Maybe a lot of you see him around town in that. School board member in that. He was a 1971 graduate. He lettered in baseball and basketball multiple times. He actually led the conference in scoring in 1970 and 1971. Like I said, he's presently a school board member for McFarland High School. He's also a major player in fundraising activities for our local McFarland Education Foundation. So I'll tell you, and he is just a super supporter of sports. Just don't see him here right now. He usually attends every event that he possibly can. So Craig Howry, still living the McFarland dream and giving back everything. But boy, he was a heck of an athlete during his time. He said back in the late 60s, early 70s.
And I'll tell you what, nobody greater in terms of making you feel welcome around here.
Boy, you got
from
that.
Day one when I was here as a guest teacher, substitute teacher, to right now where I'm at. The guy is always interested in what's going on in your life, helping you out. How can I help you? And a very selfless individual.
Couldn't agree more with that. Great man.
Little different zone defense here now from McFarland, switching up to the attack, and there's your turnover.
Look away pass, trying to get to Staus at the high.
Tremendous job by Coach Meinhold to go to a complementary zone defense that would attack their offense.
Double A, kaboom! Austin Ackerman, a 5'11 senior. Actually took a little extra dribble there. It was like they're almost getting rhythm. Boy, they are really pressuring up high. Beautiful look away pass. And Gracie Olney knocked down the deuce. 10 points for Gracie Olney.
Have to make sure you're not letting them get around in that trap. It's going to cause some problems. You get a 5-on-3 situation.
Right. Ooh, Ackerman feeling it, and no good. Rebound to Weisensell.
Looks like Patchen banged his knee there.
Pass, not a very good entry pass that time. Wanta, man, excellent control by Nassau. Cody Wanta said he'll launch him from anywhere at any time. And boy, the pressure really starting to bother the Cougars.
Great job by Cody there to have 2 on the ball as long as he can. When you know you're going to get that contact, when you know you're going to get that hit, to just have as many points of contact with that ball on the way up for as long as possible.
And keep going till guarded.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, too many times you see these kids on breaks, they stop because they think someone might be there.
They think.
Yes.
That's key word.
Or they see someone. Well, make someone actually stop you instead of just kind of get near you.
Yep. The coach is saying all the time on defense, too, stop the ball. Oh, what a beautiful little drive by the Magic Man, Philip Robinson, and going to get caught for the reach in.
If he's going to try and finish on that opposite side, though, you got to almost take off past the rim so that you can elevate more. Otherwise, he's essentially shooting at a moving target because he's drifting away from the rim as he's putting that thing out.
I believe that Dr. J was about the only one that, one of the few that could do that and make it look so easy.
It helps when you can just reach over the top and set it in there, too.
Right. Kraus a little strong on drive to the hole. We're 22-11, 8:13 to go left in your first half here. Spartans open up a little breathing room here. Patchen, Ackerman. Again, Coach Meinhold here getting an opportunity to play a lot of people. Oh. The crossing guard, Max Hansen, 6'7" junior in the ball game. Give a shout out to the Hervats watching tonight down in Houston. Kodiwana, nice spin move, nice turnaround, Jay, and the friendly bounce off the front of the rim. And I said, call him Nassau for a reason. He'll launch him from anywhere at any time.
I think Hunter will be coming out here now. That knee's starting to bother him a little bit.
Is it? Yeah.
Not that he would say anything. He'll play through it. That kid is something else now, but you can start to see it hamper his movement here.
Got us to watch Gracie Alney on this because notice the hands were ready. Great position that time by Kraus. I love to see his hands were up there ready to receive the ball. Went down from the right elbow, but a little strong on the kiss. 24-11, 7:05 to go in the first half. Ackerman, a little strong on the little mid-range 6-foot jumper. A little strong. Patchin yet, definitely limping. What's up with that? I haven't noticed. Has he been having troubles with
No, he went knee to knee on the base or on the sideline here probably about 9 possessions ago. And he banged it pretty good with the kid from Clinton. But, I mean, he's not going to pull himself out. He's not going to tug on a jersey. He just hits it knee to knee, and he's just going to keep digging deep. Apparently, I'm the only one who noticed it, though, because they just got it to him now.
I'm going to say. Ooh. Wow. Coach Meinhold got a little excited on that, huh? Well, the reason was drive went all the way the length of the floor, almost to the hoop, with nobody stopping it. Witter into the ball game. A rabbit.
Make sure you locate shooter.
Yep. Boy, and they're working strong. Kraus doing a nice job in there and getting the spin move. And Zach Kraus, his first deuce of the night, leading scorer coming in, 15 points average for Cougars. The magic man, Philip Robinson. A little strong, nice rebound by Gracie Alney. You know what I really like? Head up there again, always looking. Cut off baseline, nice job by Butler. And they left Kraus alone, strong on the overlay. Butler, guarded by Kraus. Don't have anything, just slow it down, run your offense. Witter, a little strong, nice rebound by Tenius using his body, and the left-handed putback, a deuce and a tray, 5 points. He's averaging 10.6 on the year.
He got himself a tremendous base there to go ahead and elevate and finish.
Oh, a little late. Tenius that time. Boy. Okay. Do you want to comment on that, Coach?
Tremendous hustle by Coach Meinhold there to get the timeout. Tremendous hustle.
You know, that reminded me so much of exactly what happens to you. I mean, every time you call timeout, they give it to you right away, don't they?
Oh, all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Coach,
I always get that timeout.
We just always kind of chuckle about this because it seems like every time you want to call a timeout in a situation like that, it falls on kind of deaf ears or whatever.
Great job by Phillip to get across the floor there. Gets the ball, protects it, rolls over a little bit there to kind of secure that thing. He may have been calling the timeout as well. I don't know that. But if you if you noticed on the broadcast, the official that was standing right over it went here and signaled for a jump. Well, the trail official here had the timeout called. So
I want to just ask you how far out of the coach's box was Coach Meinhold?
Oh, you got 28 feet now.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's a flexible 28 feet. It kind of extends either way depending on the situation. So
free throw line jumper by the magic man, Philip Robinson. Kenny Ballmer, 6'4" senior, getting his first action tonight for the Clinton Cougars, number 32. Right now we have Halstead, Ballmer, Kraus. Take your time, Philip. Said free throw shooting has still just been an issue kind of with these guys. Paschke, number 14. And 22, Tyler Staus. Those are your Clinton Cougars right now. Great close-up pictures we're getting here. Look at Tenius and Kraus right there. Nice job. And Philip hits the second free throw. His first point of the night, second leading scorer. Oh, then just a little late for Trevon Chisholm. Boy, you got to just that half step off. I mean, if you can anticipate that, you should be seeing that sooner and getting the jump on it, because, boy, those passes are not what you call bullet passes, are they?
No,
Those are
no,
just lazy little can of corn fly balls, they call it in softball or baseball.
When you get when you get a little bit of air under that pass, you got to anticipate and be able to get to it.
Right, Tyler Halstead, 15 out of 21 on the year, 71%. I said, I mean, these starters, Kraus 75%, Gracie Olney 95%, Paschke 67, 71 for Halstead, 67 for Anastasi. Those are pretty good when you can put Maluli is 67% on the year and 2 for 2 for Tyler Halstead. 27-15, 5:20 left to go in your first half. Spartans with a 12-point advantage. Butler going to enter it down to Patchen. Kick out to Butler. Go right back into Patchen and the kiss. Oh, a little on the short side and then over the back.
It's nice to see that ball moving from McFarland. One of the things that you end up finding is when teams aren't moving the ball particularly well, if that thing goes into the post, it don't ever come back out. But Patch knows that, you know what, he keeps working for position. He can get it back out. He can reset and come back in. You know, that's going to get the ball movement going. Kids start playing for each other instead of for themselves.
Absolutely.
You're going to get some nice things offensively.
Yep. Tyler Stoss 1 for 2 so far on the night. He came in being a 50% shooter, and he's still at that. First one good. Our halftime guests tonight, we're going to have the dance team at halftime, as well as an interview with Nick Herbie Herp, 6'2" senior. Please stay tuned for that. I think you'll find it very, very enjoyable. 3 out of 4 for Tyler Stoss, 6'5" junior. 27-17, the Magic Man, he's going to light it up. And kaboom! Philip, the Magic Man Robinson, his first 3 ball to go with a free throw. 4 points. First half so far. Double team put on Halstead over to Gracie Olney. Skip pass over to Halstead. Oh, beautiful pass down to Krause. And that was excellent teamwork that time by the Cougars.
Tell you what,
30-19.
What I really like right now, and I look over at the bench, you got 3-4 guys that are really talking about that last possession. You can't see it on the telecast right now, so I know it doesn't make for great TV. But there's some kids who are really trying to diagnose what just happened so that they're ready when they get in the game.
When they go in.
You got to be in the game even when you're not in the game.
Oh, beautiful spin move and a left-hander by Krause. No good. Gracie Olney saw it. Kick it back. Oh, beautiful high-low. And Krause, and a little honeycomb out. Boy, got nice position. A couple of really nice offensive possessions these last 2 times for the Cougars. Tenius, a little strong. Butler, skip it over. Oh, that's a dangerous pass. Tenius, you got to have your hands ready at all times. No good by the Magic Man. I said as soon as somebody drives to the basket, you better have your hands ready.
Oh, yes.
Because if they've got their head up, and you had a little space, boy, they're going to get you the ball if they're. Nope. Problems with Paschke at the post. Magic Man going to the basket.
Shooters have got to be hungry. They got to look hungry out there. You know, that's the guy you're going to throw it out to when you dribble in there and get that dribble picked up, and you're looking around. You want to find the guy that looks like he's going to score.
Absolutely. 3:27 to go in your first half here. We're at 30-19. Philip Robinson. The Magic Man, 1 for 2. Now 2 for 3. Again, my helpers tonight from the Twin Cities on the board tonight. Patrick, Twin Cities Morn, running our graphics, doing a great job there. And on the cameras tonight, I've got BB, Benny Becks, and a new helper tonight, Patrick Hasty. So welcome on board, Patrick. Thanks a lot for your help. And we hope we're doing the best here to give you, again, an accurate, informative, and sometimes entertaining presentation of this ball game, especially you people maybe that are down in Clinton watching this ball game or something. Didn't make the drive up here tonight on this bad night. Coach Meinholt just rooting for that. Keep the pressure on Gracie Olney. Kick it out. Oh, nice entry pass in. Gracie Olney didn't get his Did not get his shoulders square to the basket
And
that time.
I don't think he had his feet quite set either.
No, he did not.
Kind of hurried that one. Saw the quick closeout coming from Herbst there, I believe.
Right. Tell you, they're starting to work that ball a little bit more to Paschke up there at that high post around, working both the right and left elbows up there. Thing I like about Paschke in there, sometimes mishandles the ball, but perfect right there. Hands ready, but that is inexcusable. How can you enter an inbounds pass 2 feet from the basket?
That is an alignment issue on their zone. You notice Hunter Patcham was standing right underneath the rim. When they're in that vertical line, you are guarding nobody when you are there.
Tenius kind of alligator arm, did a little bit short, going back up, using his body. He does a nice job of using his body and getting into guys. 2 deuces and a tray, 7 points for Daniel Tenius in the first half. Anastasi over to Paschke. Anastasi, Paschke, and the turn, and no good, and we're going to have a foul on Philip Robinson.
The issue that Patchen had on that baseline out of bounds there is he ended up getting screened just because of his initial alignment. With the 2-3, they had a wing over on the weak side who was guarding nobody as Clinton lined up 4 guys vertically in front of the ball. You have to shift your entire zone over so that you can find people to defend. We always tell our kids, find work, find something to do.
For a point, Eric Paschke, 10 for 15, 67% free throw shooter coming in. That was his first toss. And second one, all net again. I said they're an excellent free throw shooting team. 34-23, 11-point differential. 2:15 to go in your first half. Again, at halftime tonight, kicking it out. Ackerman, feet and shoulders, square to the basket. Rebound to Anastasi. Crossover dribble. Hands not ready again. Herbst, nice bounce pass. And boy. Brady, he's going to know.
I know that you love that bounce pass in transition, but I will say this, it is tough to handle sometimes. If that thing's coming at your knees, if it doesn't quite get up to that waist level.
It's got to be almost perfect, doesn't it?
I almost prefer being able to get a pocket pass, more of a quick chest pass or a piston pass with your hands there to create a better catching angle.
Herbst, there we go. And again, the sportsmanship, gotta love it when you see a player help a player from the opposing team back to his feet. Good, so that'll be again my lead in. I think you'll enjoy sticking around. About a 7-minute interview with Nick Herbie Herbst, 6'2" senior. And the free throw, no good. And again, Spartans continue to struggle from the stripe. 36-23, $1:35 to go in the first half. Anastasi. Jackson Carter coming in the ball game for the first time, number 20. Over to Carter by Herbst. Nice entry pass, Anastasi. And a nice little hesitation that time by number 5, Ryder Weisensell. His first deuce of the night, a 6'1" senior. 36-25 at $1.05. Herbst going right strong to the basket. Nice little left hand, a little strong on the overlay. And there's Butler. Nice job. I said the blunder. And Tenius again getting the angle, but again, not square to the basket. Just kind of put it a little bit off that left shoulder. Look away pass, kick it out. Gracie Alney. Kaboom! His third tray of the first half. He's at 13 points in the first half. He's averaging 12.6, so he's already at his game average. 36-28, down to an 8-point advantage, 30 seconds to go. Again, at halftime, we have the dance squad as well as the interview with Nick Herbst.
The fact that Gracie Alney is not picked up in transition is absolutely inexcusable. They've got one kid who's been hurting you this game. You've got to locate him in transition.
Yep. All right, let's do it for the Hervots watching down in Houston tonight. Max, the crossing guard, patrols the middle. Eyes on the rim. Atta boy, nice job, Max. Can hear the applause coming from Houston.
Really nice job of him coming to meet that pass on the post entry. I don't know if he gets the call in his favor if he sits back like that, but comes to meet it so that the contact's created, gets himself an opportunity at the line. Nice job.
20 seconds to go. Again, stay tuned because right away at halftime we're moving into, we'll either see the dance team or that interview coming up right away. As you will see both of them. Gracie Alney, we're at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Find 11.
5,
Find 11.
4, 3, 2, 1. Herbst on the launch. Oh, Van almost knocked it down. And we are at halftime right now, 38-28. Your Spartans in charge. So here we go. And let's see, we might be going to the interview right away. Sure, finish them up. I bring treats and everybody comes over here. I guess that's the way to get friends, huh? Here's your McFarland dance team. Okay, my senior guest tonight is Nick Herbie Herbst. Okay, just start out with a couple of personal questions for you, just real simple ones to lead in here. Favorite TV show, Nick?
Either Stranger Things or Sports Center.
Well, yeah, we all got like Sports Center,
yeah,
right?
It's
huh?
Great.
Favorite movie?
The Other Guys.
Okay.
Big Will Ferrell fan.
Good. Favorite restaurant and food?
You probably got to go Culver's with this one, and a burger.
Okay.
Pretty general.
Yeah, you really like to venture out a long way.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
A half mile down the road. What kind of car do you drive around town, Nick?
Well, I don't have my own, so I usually drive my mom's Hyundai Elantra.
Okay. I used to have one of those. What would you like to do for the world if you had an opportunity?
I really enjoy making people laugh.
And you want to know something? I think that's very good.
Thank you.
We all need to learn to laugh every day.
I agree.
Hey, now I know your brother Chad went through years ahead of you through here, and he had a pretty successful career, football, baseball, basketball, and you've kind of followed in his footsteps. What kind of influence did your brother Chad have on you?
Well, for anyone who knows my brother, he's a tremendous role model. For
Yes,
me.
yes, I
he
agree.
was just, I always wanted to be just like him. I mean, I still do, really. He's just, he always had the grades. He excelled athletically and everything. So he's, it's been really great having an older brother like him as a role model.
Do you still touch base with him, even though he's off at school right now at Winona State?
Yeah, all the time. I'm always texting him, Snapchatting him, whatever.
Good. So has he had to help you through some tough times or questionable things that you've run into?
In terms of athletics, he'll always, when he comes home, he'll give me pointers, in any sport really, baseball, whatever season it is, he'll help me out because he's very knowledgeable. So
Yeah.
that's nice.
Good. Why don't you share with us some of the other activities and things you've done throughout your 4 years of high school? Don't have to necessarily be, just athletics, but other things you might have been involved with, clubs or jobs or anything. Why don't you share those with us?
All right. Well, obviously the 3 sports, baseball, basketball, football. Then I've played in the band all 4 years, which
Good for you.
I love doing. It's a little, shake things up a little bit. I really enjoy it. Play the trombone. And then this year I joined the Link crew for the freshmen, which has been a good experience. I like working with the younger kids. It's a lot of fun.
Could you talk about that just for a second? What is that?
So Link crew is basically they take juniors and seniors and they have to kind of like apply to be in this, and it's serving as mentors to a group of freshmen. They're like 40, 40, some of us, and 2 Link crew leaders get a crew of freshmen. And then, you just kind of show them the ropes and help them out if they need it and everything.
Good for you. Kudos to you for doing that. That's pretty neat.
Thank you.
What about, I've asked others too, what's been maybe your proudest moment throughout high school, whether it be athletics or anything else? What's something you'd say, man, I really feel good about that happened or I did that?
Well, probably the first thing that jumps to mind would be the baseball scholarship, definitely. That was something that I'm very proud of. It's been a long time coming, and it's kind of weird to think about. Way back when I was playing Little League and everything, it was all kind of working towards this, and now here I am. It's kind of crazy to think about that, but it's definitely something I'm proud of.
Well, let's just jump right into that then, because I always ask about future plans. So why don't you just elaborate a little bit more on the scholarship? Because like I said, we're real proud of you for doing that too. You said a lot of blood, sweat, and tears getting there. So
yeah,
share with us, what it was, how you went about it.
Well, so this summer, I was playing with a travel baseball team. I was down in Cincinnati. Actually, so Illinois State is where I'm going, and the coaches saw me a couple of times play, and I guess they thought I did pretty well. So, they started contacting me, texting me, and then it came to them asking me to come for a visit down to Bloomington Normal, where the campus is, and so then that came, and I went down and saw the campus, and I really liked it. The baseball field is nice. Everything's close together. The town seems nice, and so I actually didn't take any other visits to any places, which is I guess a little odd, but my heart was pretty set on Illinois State, so I just actually signed last week my letter of intent. So I'm excited about that.
Good for you. You should be proud of you for that. What about advice to young kids coming up?
Advice to young kids, athletically, academically?
Both, I'd say. If you want to, shout on both of them.
Well, let's see. One thing that high school's kind of taught me, trying to juggle multiple sports and academics is, there are going to be nights where it's really a struggle. Maybe things aren't going so well with whatever sport you're playing. You're weighed down with homework, and I guess I just have to say you can't push yourself too hard. You have to know that sometimes you need to give yourself a break. There are some nights where you're not going to get everything done, and that's not saying that you shouldn't care about academics or anything like that. But some nights it's just going to be a little too much, and you got to give yourself a little bit of a break. For your mental state as much as anything.
There's a reality out there of how much you can do. Right?
Yeah.
But would you still suggest to people do as much as you can?
Oh, yeah.
Kids in that for the younger kids?
Just know your limits. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's great advice. I'm going to give you a chance right now, that I think is important for you to be able to share with the community right now. Whatever you'd like to say to your fans, to students, to relatives, to your family, to your coaches, anything. What's a final shout out you'd like to give to McFarland from Nick Herbie Herbst?
Well, I just want to say, thank you. My 4 years here have been great athletically and academically. All the teachers I've had have been, wonderful. My parents have always been tremendous supporters, and my brother, of course. And, everyone who's ever come out to watch a game that I or really anybody has been in the McFarland community, we just really appreciate that. It might go unspoken sometimes, but, me and all athletes, we really appreciate that. So.
Okay. Well, that's really good. So I'm going to put a wrap on this and say, hey, we are very proud of you and how you've represented this community over 4 years in that, and we wish you the best of luck. Like I said, we need you to stay healthy, make good choices, and you're a very special person. So the best of luck to you, Nick.
Thank you.
All right, we are back. Boy, that was well timed out, huh? We got the dance team in, got the interview in. I hope all of you enjoyed the interview with Nick Herbst. Let me quick run down our MHS dance team members: Maria Capalista da Silva, Jameson Curtin, McKinley Dennis, Danielle Dorn, Liliana Gallegos, Mackenzie Guillen, Judith Yates, Anna Jorgensen, Rebecca Kennedy, Brooklyn Patchen, Camille Schmidt, Jewel Shershak, Tara Shershak, Lulu Spencer, Lauren Staley, and Christy Zhang. And the dance team coaches, Lexi and Amber Schradel. And thank you again for another great performance again at halftime. All right, Coach, going to see anything different here in the second half? Or?
Well, I'd like to see a little bit more focus on the weak side rotation for McFarland here. Locating number 11, that shooter that they've got going for Clinton. So
yeah, Gracie Alney.
Hopefully we have some more of that for Gracie Alney, and we know where he's at.
Yep. Okay, let me get my board here. So there's Gracie Alney, and on cue, I thought he was going to cue it up. Nice rebound by Connor.
Nice set out of the half there by Coach to get the overload to that side.
Tenius again advancing the ball nicely again on the pass. A little hurried that time by Chisholm and committing a foul. And no offense, I don't like it when we see arms thrown up and like, come me.
Well, and if he would have had his arms like that after the missed shot, then he might not have gotten called for the foul. But when he crawled over the top of that young man, that's going to result in a foul.
I think that's probably a pretty good indication, yep. Taking the pressure off a little bit here at the start of the second half.
And
Connor
for those of you
Maluli,
who couldn't hear on the broadcast, Coach Meinholt was very clearly saying it was a foul. It was absolutely a foul.
Yep. Halstead cut off on a base. Oh, nice little kick pass in. And there again is number 12, Zach Krause. Leading scorer, 15 points a game, and it's down to an 8-point ball game, 38-30. Oh, nice entry pass into Patchen. Oh, and a little strong. And there's the crossing guard, Max Hansen. Herbots again down in Houston. That was for you.
Tremendous job by him crashing the offensive glass there, finding that rebound and finishing.
Nice job. Let's look away pass. Good stop by the crossing guard there, Max Hansen. Boy, working too to front the post. Errant pass, Patchen.
What a
nice
pass.
kick out to Brady Butler. And no good, but Patchen a little wide. And Hansen again, nope, a little wide. But boy, you got to like it. Crashing the boards out of the 6'7" junior. That's what I've been looking for, a little more aggressive play out of Max Hansen.
I'll tell you what, he gets a nice catch over there, short corner, goes baseline.
Yep.
Phenomenal job keeping his eyes
Tipped away
up.
by Max. Brady Butler, and there's Max again, and wow. He's become a one-man gang out here, huh? The crossing guard, the 6'7" sophomore. Crossover dribble, tipped away, picked up by Krause. Drive, boy, that's trying to shuffle a pass in pretty close quarters there. 42-30, 15:41 left to go in the first half.
I'll tell you what, Coach is going to have to take a timeout over there for Clinton and find an adjustment to stop Max Hansen.
Yep.
The powerhouse that is. I don't know if he was on the early part of the scouting report there.
God, he just came out with a passion. He was possessed. Well, that's what I've been waiting for. Boy, you get somebody on a 6'7" frame. He can be a force.
He's got great position again.
There he is, down low. Oh, he could have gone up, I think. Got Tyler Stouse down low. Get it in there again, tipped away. Maybe a little stronger. There we go again. Oh, man, just a little short.
Like to see him finish with that left there, away from the defender a little bit.
Anastasi, errant bounce pass, turnover. Brady Butler, got to be ready for that all the time, and Nick Kirby Herbst coming out. Kick it over to Tenius. He isn't going to be bashful. A little strong. Butler, little 8-foot jumper on the baseline, no good. Cody Wanta, and time to bring it out and just settle it down for a minute. Brady Butler.
Ooh, there's a
Baseline,
mismatch.
little pull-up. Jumper, no good. That mid-range jumper again. Boy, you just are never going to win a lot of ball games shooting mid-range jumpers. Are you?
Well,
But a nice little behind-the-back pass. There's Gracie Olney, no good. Herbst coming out. Watch, it's going to be a bounce pass the other side. Nope, Herbst, and he's rejected by Gracie Olney.
I thought for sure he was going to elevate and just drop that thing off to Daniel there, but went with the inside hand. You know, you'd like to go with the outside there, see if you can get the guy to come across the body a little bit. If you got him beat, sure, go with the Stockton and try to get it up before he gets there, though.
Nick Curry Herbst, again, I hope you enjoyed that interview at halftime. 0 for 1 from the line and 0 for 2. Boy, I've just struggled so much this entire team with free throw percentage. We know what the answer is. It's just
Cather's 27 steps to great free throw shooting.
Okay, I'm convinced. It's 6 steps. Okay, I think,
there's
you
the
know, as I
film
told
session 2 days prior to the game, and then there's the write-up after that, and then there's the morning of breakfast. There's the night before dinner. Once you get to the line, yes,
I don't know
it's
if we
just
got
6
enough time
steps.
for all this. I said we have a lot of fun doing these telecasts and that. Maluli, again, is tied up by Butler. Kind of put the ball on the floor and put his head down, and boy, that's an instant double or trap set up right there, which is what the Spartans did. Got the tie up.
Now, Daniel's got to get across here and help out. There we go. That's a little better than what they had on their first alignment. I'd watch where that shooter is, though.
Yep. And Stasi over to Weisenseld.
Nice job by Daniel keeping an eye on Gracie and Ollie here.
Anastasi. Oh, nice little kick back over to Sincel. No good. Again, mid-range jumper off the mark.
And there's the juggernaut. That is Max Hansen on the glass once again.
Yep. Weisenseld playing tough defense over there on Wanta, and we have a whistle. Daniel Tenius inbound the ball here. Left baseline. Kick it out. Oh, man, Cody Wanta was pushed by Connor Maluli, the 6-foot senior.
That's going to be his 4th here, I think, Coach.
Yes, it is. Boom, boom. 2 in a row, and Connor Maluli is coming out of the ball game, and Zach Krause. Team's leading scorer, 15 points a ball game, 6 rebounds a game. Gene that, the 6'2" senior. 3 deuces for Zach Krause tonight, so they've held him down to 6 in the first half. 13-32, 43-30. I said the Cougars have struggled this year, only averaging 43.2 points a game. Oh, Cody Wanta loves attacking that basket there, but again, just lost control of the ball.
Like the way he tried to turn the corner there, put a shoulder on a hip, and kind of get to the rim. You know, once they got underneath him there, a little bit lost his balance, but great mentality on it. It's exactly what you want.
I agree, because we've seen him. He likes going to that right side, too. You would call that a tendency, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Oh, and a 3-ball. And nice rebound and putback. Nope, a little bit strong by Ballmer, and the putback did.
So Gracie and Ollie misses the 3-ball and manages to get the second offensive rebound. What a great effort by that kid.
Oh, but again, I have to agree with you. He's got to get, one more dribble in to get to that other side of the hole.
I just try to tell the kids to take off just on that side of the rim, on the other side of the rim, so that you can elevate up as opposed to elevating out.
Yep. 43-32. The Magic Man, Philip Robinson, 3 for 4 on the night from the stripe. And there we go. Philip Robinson, he's a product freshman year of Coach Cather's 6-step free throw approach. Four for 5 to go along with a tray. 7 points for Philip, averaging 11.8 on the year.
Got a beautiful rotation on that
Yep.
ball.
Well, there, 3 out of 5. 44-32, 12-point advantage. 12:50 to go in your ball game tonight. Hallstad and Weisensell just playing. Touch and Kraus, boy, strong move to the hoop by Zach Kraus.
I'd like to see Max get across the lane a little bit more on that one
Yep.
when they're swinging the ball.
Boy, Chisholm and Ballmer going at it strong down here in the low post. So we got 2 of the towers and Brady Butler. No, looking for contact. Anastasi coming down, pushing the ball. Anastasi, oh, kick it inside, and Kraus just wasn't quite ready for it. Spartans coming back, patching. Max Hansen working hard on the inside. Physically moved out of there, patching to the basket, strong. Oh, and look at Max Hansen. Oh, boy, do I like how aggressive he's become tonight. Uh-oh, careful.
He just crashed from the opposite wing to get that board. Tremendous job.
Boy, he did. This is like a different ball player tonight. This is be very encouraging to see the improvement.
Phenomenal energy, phenomenal effort. You know, it's one of those things where he almost kind of gets into that mentality,
Yep.
and now he's over
I know where
here
you're going.
trapping in the corner in
I
the
know,
full corner,
yep.
climbing on a guy.
You're absolutely right.
You know what, though? If you're going to have a foul there, I'll take a hustle foul like that. I'll take one where a kid's being aggressive.
Yep. Another turnover that time. Philip Robinson. Herbst. Butler. Chisholm. Butler. Take your time. Nothing there. A little patience here. Magic Man trying to create a little space. Nothing doing. I like what Brady Butler does. Come out, resets, run it again.
It's going to be a moving
We're going to have moving screen on Chisholm. Yep.
That is his 4th, and I'm guessing he's not going to be very excited about that call.
No, but boy, that was very apparent. You could see that from everywhere. You got to stay set. I think by his reaction over here at the end of the bench too, he understands that that was his mistake. Pressure coming a little bit more here by the Spartans, especially with Chisholm out of the ball game in the middle. Kraus going again, the kiss off the glass, no good. Oh, but Kraus just muscling over Patchen that time. Zach Kraus, 6'2" senior, 15 points a ball game. Really getting stronger on the glass in that, asserting himself. 44-36, 10:55 left to go in the ball game. Patchen, no good, and
I think you're going to get this one on 14.
Wow.
Clinton.
on Paschke. It almost looked like he called it on Paschke.
I thought so too. I thought he called it for clearing out Daniel, but
Yeah, I don't think so, but
okay.
looks like that was on Daniel Tenius. So.
I wouldn't be surprised now with Trey having 4 fouls, with them getting a little more physical on the interior there, if you don't see Hansen checking back into this ball game here real soon.
You know, we said we like to make this a little bit entertaining for you, too. I got a couple of coaches' quotes here that I dug up, and let's just see how you might respond to these, since we're bringing a little entertainment to this game.
All right.
A quote from one coach was, "We have a great bunch of outside shooters. Unfortunately, our games are played where?
Inside.
Indoors." Kind of like that one, huh?
That is
Feel
good.
free to use any of these, if you'd like to. Well, here's one that I agree with in all sports, not just basketball. You can practice shooting 8 hours a day, but if your technique is wrong, then all you become is very good at shooting the wrong way.
It is one of my
How true is that?
biggest frustrations in the world is kids coming in thinking they shot great in 8th grade when nobody was tracking the stats and they felt like they made a lot of threes and the ball's going
Right.
sideways and all sorts
you're
of
right.
stuff.
boy, shooting technique today. And again, because we got kids launching threes at such early ages and they're shot putting them, two-handed shots and that, they never quite learn. So going full court here. Kraus in the backcourt, Anastasi. Oh, and we're going to have a block on Herbst.
I thought he was in a position there where he could have got a tip on that ball. I thought he was going to have a steal coming across the lane, but just a little short, a little slow on it.
Coach Meinhold here changing up the defenses. Throw a bunch of different things here at Clinton. Anastasi. To Halstead. Over to Kraus. On a nice skip pass over, and there's Kraus. And again, the kiss off the glass. Boy, he gets the 45-degree angle on the kiss, and we're down to a 6-point ball game. 10:25 to go in your ball game, 44-38.
Now they woke the student section up. Here we go.
Yep. Like you said, not just the student section, but what else? Enthusiasm has to come from your own squad.
Have it come from your bench.
Yep. Philip Robinson, short side up on top of the basket, and turn it over to the Cougars. The Cougar faithful that traveled up here. Going, I believe, on Highway 14 over to Janesville and then up the interstate. Cougars giving him something to cheer about here. Anastasi going against Robinson. And Anastasi, no good. And Patchen on the rebound, kick it out. Phillip.
I just realized they're making this run here without 11 on the floor.
Yes, you're right. No Chisholm and no Gracie Alney. Robinson, Patchen, Butler, into Tenius. This is going up. And we're going to have a foul on number 14, Eric Paschke, the 6-foot senior. Daniel Tenius, the wild thing. 2 deuces, a tray. 7 points for the 6-foot 2-inch junior.
Coach Meinhold's gone to this man-to-man press here in the full court. Be interesting to see if he brings the back trap and a little run and jump look here. Get that kid putting it on the ground and bring the trap from behind.
And Tenius 1 for 2. 8 points so far in the ball game, averaging 10.6 on the year. Kraus will inbound the ball against the full court pressure here. We've got Hallstad, Gracie Alney. Looks like Weisensell, Ryder Weisensell, 6-foot 1-inch senior to inbound the ball. Gracie Alney and Hallstead in the backcourt. And up to number 20, Jackson Carter, 6-foot 3-inch sophomore, coming up to help on that. Oh, and stolen by Brady Butler. Nice job. Staying low, keeping his head down. Tenius. Whoa, and gotta like that again. Nice little turnaround, Jay, by Daniel Tenius, his 3rd deuce. And he's going to get an opportunity for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Very strong finish. Great job getting his shoulder square. You'd like to be in a position where you can use the glass. He wasn't quite there, but he was able to finish over the top nicely.
And a nice free throw, 2 out of 3. And again, what I like, they've gone back to that time, trying to pound the ball inside. Start your offense from inside if you can get in there. And that was a tough pass.
That's that tip that I thought we'd get last time from Mr. Herbst there. He did a nice job getting across the lane this time.
All right, we're at the 9-minute mark left in your ball game. 48-38. Spartans have got it back up to a 10-point advantage. It's Jackson Carter. Out to Gracie Alney. It's been a little quiet here in the second half. Carter, Gracie Alney. Oh, and a nice cut by Kraus, and he's going to be fouled on the backside.
I think they got Patch coming there from the weak side.
Yep, I think it was Patch.
No, they called it on Phillip.
Phillip. His 3rd. And Zach Kraus, the last 75% free throw shooter on the year. 30 out of 40. And like I said in my pregame comments, They love to get to the free throw line at the percentage that they shoot. They're pretty close to 70% as a team. That's pretty good average. And I said, like a Disney free throw, swishes can come true. They can happen to you, all net. The Magic Man, Philip Robinson, 8:35 to go, 48-40. The Cougars down 8. Patch in, Gracie Alney. Head up, notice head up. Good job, didn't have anything there. Bring it back out. Carter. Carter being pressured out deep by Tenius, and Coach Gracie Alney calling a timeout. A TO. I don't know, I know that was so much fun the last time out with a couple of those quotes. And no telling. I mean, I'm hoping I get you back here for some other ones, but I've still got a couple more.
Yeah, let's hear them.
How about this? Because I know this one is one that, boy, we both totally agree with this. If all I am remembered for is being a good basketball player, then I have done a bad job with the rest of my life.
And I would say the same thing in terms of being a coach as well.
Absolutely.
They say good coaches create good basketball players. Great coaches impact lives.
Mm-hmm.
And that's if all we've done is have basketball players, then we're wasting our time.
I agree. And I've said the basketball, I don't care if it's basketball, pep band, dance team, drama club, whatever. These are all just ways to make you a better person in life. So this is just another way of doing it out here. So I'll just say this isn't just all about basketball. Boy, another beautiful drive. I'll tell you, Zach Krause, that's his 7th deuce to go with 2 free throws. He's up to 16 points now, and we're at a 6-point ball game.
As much as they're getting to the rim, out there it is right there. You see Hansen checking in. I thought for sure he'd be in here with the way they're attacking that rim. This is a game changer right here.
Philip Robinson, no good. And the rebound to Weisensell, guarded by Butler. Kick it over. There's Gracie Alney. Ooh, that could have cut it. That would have been a 1-possession ball game if we knocked that down. Nice outlet pass. Here comes Robinson down. Little pull-up J. And Philip, the Magic Man Robinson, hits his first deuce of the night to go with a tray and 4 free throws for a total of 9 points so far. Gracie Alney, 8-point deficit. We're at 7:15 left to go in your ball game. Weisensell guarded by Herbst. Over to Carter. Boy, he's going to launch the 3 ball. Oh, in and out. Patching down with the rebound. 7 minutes left in your ball game tonight. Again, I hope you're enjoying this ball game as much as we are. On the graphics and the board, Patrick from the Twin Cities Morn. We've got Patrick Hasty up on one camera and BB, Benny Becks, helping us out here tonight. So I hope you're enjoying this. We can't do these telecasts without him. Tenius, boy, he's not going to be bashful. And kaboom! Danielle Tenius, the wild thing. 3 deuces and 2 trays and 2 free throws. 14 points for the 6'2" junior, Daniel Tenius. Poked away by Philip Robinson and going to back to the Clinton Cougars.
I'll tell you, real credit to Clinton and this team right now. They are just refusing to go away.
Yep.
They are, every single time you think McFarland might stretch this thing out and put it out of reach, it's a 6-point game. It's an 8-point game, and they're really fighting out there.
I agree, Pete. And again, they're presently tied for 8th place in the conference and that. So just playing to get better now and kind of basically get better for tournament time, right?
Get yourself ready for that second season.
Absolutely. Take it out. Weisensell driving on Herbst. Gracie Alney. There's your quarterback out there. Weisensell. Good defense. Chisholm back in the ball game with 4 fouls. Weisensell, boy, pinched in the corner. Oh, nice entry pass. And the little spin move on Butler that time by Kenny Ballmer, the 6'4" senior, and he'll go to the stripe for 2 throws. As Aaron Rodgers would say also, just RELAX, relax and do your routine. 53-42, going to try and get it down to single digits here. Kenny Ballmer.
Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, they're going to have to do a meet and greet in Green Bay here pretty soon so that they can figure out who's coaching that team. There's
Yep.
not a lot of familiar faces, I don't think.
I was looking for your name on the list as an assistant. Very creative. You notice? No comment here.
I can't stand the Packers.
I guess maybe
I'm
that's
just trying
why.
to be polite on the internet.
Robinson bringing the ball back to his right side. That's tough because you got your feet, your shoulders, your body, everything's going straight, and you're trying to bring the ball back, and that's – I don't know many people that can do that, have that in their repertoire.
The one nice thing, though, is creating contact,
Yes,
bringing that
yes, he
shoulder
did.
in, get himself some free throws here.
Yep. If you can make the free throws. All right, Philip, take a deep breath here. 53-42 still. And short. Pretty uncharacteristic of Philip. Now 4 for 8 from the stripe.
Yeah, that's when you gotta just make sure you remember you're shooting one free throw at a time.
Right.
You can impact the next one. The 4 previous or 8 previous have nothing to do with this one.
Oh boy, and a nice drive by Riley Anastasi.
You want to talk about putting a shoulder to a hip
Nice.
there. Holy cow,
Yep.
that was impressive.
53-42, 5:10 left to go in your ball game tonight. Again, I hope all of you in Clinton or worldwide, whatever, around the United States, grandmas, grandpas, friends, relatives, alums, hope that everybody's enjoying this ball game tonight. Third deuce of the night for the Tower of Power, Trayvon Chisholm. 13.9 points a game. He's sitting at 6 right now, but 4 fouls.
And what a tremendous job he did again, keeping that base.
Footwork, right? Boy, we've talked about that on every telecast, how important
It's
footwork
the basis
is.
of everything.
Yes, it is.
Think-
Not just in basketball, but every sport.
I think the only sport
Anastasi.
where that's not that important is probably swimming. But I think they even have it's a different kind of footwork when you're in the pool there.
Yes.
But
I'm not going to take on that swimming group. Any comments you have on that, please address to Mr. Peter Willickett. All you swimming people out there.
they've got a footwork thing. I just don't think it's quite the same kind of footwork that we have here.
You know what I kind of like is to watch you kind of just backpedal right now, huh? It's on that bike and it's going backwards a little bit. 4:25 to go in your ball game, 55-44. Again, it can't be all basketball here. Oh, that goes into Chisholm, and that can be virtually unstoppable at times. His 4th deuce. Again, I really like this one. They pound the ball into the post. Just be patient, get it in there. Usually good things will happen. Whether it gets scored down below, you go to the free throw site, kick it out for an open 3, or just reverse the ball. Oh, nice kick out, but Tyler Staus did not have his hands ready. Boy, Paschke made a nice drive to the basket, kicked it out. There was going to be a little 7-foot jumper by Tyler Staus, but no hands ready, and turnover ball to the Spartans. 13-point advantage, 3:59 left to go in your ball game here tonight, 57-44. The coach, Pete Willickett, the Lady Spartans, and Bill the Big K Cather, just an old senior citizen, doing the ball game. All volunteer stuff here. We just have a lot of fun doing this. Hope you're enjoying as much as I am. Tenius. Oh, nice defense by Anastasi, cutting off Philip Robinson that time. Paschke stepping out, helping.
Having some issues with their spacing right now.
Yep. Just be patient there. It goes in, down to the post again. See, now there's the nice kick out. Oh, and just need to knock that down. Nice rebound by Butler. And Tenius, kaboom! Daniel Tenius, 3 deuces, 3 trays, 2 free throws, 17 points for Daniel Tenius. The wild thing.
I'll tell you what, you keep talking about pounding that post. You should
Yep.
see the statistics that Coach King has come up with in terms of how much more often they score the ball, whether there's a reversal or not a reversal, whether there's a post entry or not. If they have a reversal and a post entry, they're at like 94% in scoring.
I think that makes it, yeah. I think there's something to be learned from that, huh?
You're making that defense just play so many different ways. You know, they've got to play on the ball. They've got to help weak
Right.
side. They've got to dig the post. They've got to front the post on the whatever it is. make that defense work, make their head turn, continue to move that ball, and you're just going to get some really, really easy-looking shots then.
Yep, Tyler Halstead came in 15 out of 21 from the stripe, 71%. Tonight he's 3 for 3, so he is now 18 for 24, so it's up to 75% on the year. And knock it down and going higher. I said, great free throw shooting team. Well, they all listened. Little do you know that I snuck down and gave Clinton they brought my free throw shooting seminar down there one day, and this is working pretty good. Ooh, and the Cougar fans aren't going to like that. Tyler Staus, they thought the 6'5" junior, they thought rejected Chisholm's.
I think Trey might actually agree with them. Although after the 4 calls that he had early in this game,
then he'll probably take this.
I'm not so sure he's real sympathetic to their cause.
First toss, no, slow it down. Free throw woes, slow it down, no rush. That's better, 1 for 2. 9 points on the night for the Tower Power. 61-46, 15-point advantage. 2:40 left to go in your ball game tonight. Oh, beautiful give and go. And, missing the little bunny, number 15, Connor Maluli. And now, just be patient. Nice kick out. Tenius, again, he's not going to be bashful. Now's the time to just be a little patient, huh? You got a 15-point spread, unless you got a little layup or a little bunny or something. Hey, no sense to be jacking up threes. Unless that's the old ball coach in me. Maybe these newer, younger kids say, hey, keep playing ball and let's just jack them up there if you're open.
We talk about hunting for 7s, 8s, and 9s. We've got a shot chart that we use all the time. We say on a scale of 1 to 10, there's no such thing as a 10. There's no unicorns. You know, we don't have any of those. There's no surefire, guaranteed 100% shot. But 9 is an uncontested layup. 8 is contested in the post there, and a 7 is a uncontested in-range jumper. And we'll always take a 7, 8, or 9. But I think once you start getting into that time control situation, you maybe just settle for 8s and 9s instead of those 7s.
Right. Now again, you want to be a little careful because you don't want to just get too lackadaisical out there. I mean, because that's when all of a sudden the other team can go on a little running pitch. A nice drive by Tyler Halstead. Nice deuce.
And there's a difference between being patient and being passive.
Yes. Excellent. In your first life, you were an English teacher, correct? Teacher of semantics. Oh, and Chisholm passed the ball to Philip Robinson, who is coming back after a water break on the bench. Why don't you stand up and walk it, and maybe you'll get the next pass. I'm talking to our athletic director, Coach Ackley.
In Trey's defense, Philip was open.
Have your hands ready. All times. No, you too. Boy, Gersoni just, nice job by Max Hansen. Boy, this is by far his best ball game of the year, and a nice drive basket. But again, just trying to lay the ball right in, coming off the back of the iron. I will say it until I'm laid in the grave. If you're not going to use it, get up there and just take that box off of there, huh?
And Max is thinking, I get the steal. I'm about to add an assist to this whole book, too. And then you do that.
Oh, I heard he gets paid big bucks for assists at home. Hold it. I shouldn't have said that on the. No, I'm just kidding. I said this just for entertainment. $1:14 to go tonight. Still a big K. Cather and the coach, Pete Willickett, here, join this telecast tonight. Tenius. The first free throw, 3 for 4, 18 points now for the 6'2" junior, 62-48. 14-point lead for your Spartans over the Clinton Cougars. And the second one missed. I hope they've got the bus. I hope they have a good heater. Nice, beautiful backdoor cut. And knocking it down is Tyler Staus. And a timeout by yourself.
And here they are again, just trying to claw their way back into this.
It is, isn't it? Boy, you got to love that when you got a team and a group of kids like that, you know. That's a testament to the coach as well as the kids. that play on this squad. I think it's just
they're fighting, they're competing, and you get a group of kids who can compete on a nightly basis. You're going to find yourself winning a couple ball games that you're probably not supposed to.
Yep.
But you got to fight, you got to claw, you got to play one possession at a time, and you got to just do what you're supposed to do, control those controllables. And I tell you what, Clinton's one more shooter away from being a pretty strong team right now. They're working the ball inside. They got Gracie Alney who can shoot from outside. But you give them one more guy who can stretch that floor a little bit.
does a nice job of attacking the basket.
Yeah.
Paschke did a nice job of when they entered the ball to him, kicking it out at the post and that. Halstead knocking down free throws. Anastasi. The only thing is they're all seniors.
Yeah, that Clinton class with their football program too is so incredibly senior heavy.
I'll tell you, when my son Brett and I coached against them when they were freshmen, wow. They were dynamite when we went down there and played them. They were by far the best freshman group that year. When
we were down there for our girls' game, I asked one of the Clinton residents there, I says, who was all a senior for that football team? And his response was, all of them. They were all seniors.
Boy, you get groups like that, don't you? Oh, there's Anastasi. Sullivan missed the little bunny. That was a big miss right there. That could have knocked it down to single digits. Hanson. Nice job by Max. That reminded a little bit of Ethan Happ there, huh? At 6'7", handling the ball down the floor. Tennis guard by Anastasi. And we got a push, and Nick Herbst will go to the line. Foul on Ryder Weisensell. Again tonight, I'd like to thank my two cameramen. BB, Benny Becks up at half court, up there in his winter little snow hat. We've got Patrick Hasty doing his first ball game this year, freshman here at the high school. Thanks a lot, Patrick. And on the board in the graphics tonight, from the Twin Cities, Patrick Morn doing a nice job here. First free throw by Nick Herbst. 2 for 4 over the hoop, 4 points. Again, I hope you enjoyed that interview with Nick Herbst, 6'2" senior at halftime. If you didn't get a chance, please go to our website, YouTube, McFarland Cable, and you can watch this game back at any time. You can watch the interview back at any time. You can watch the dance team at any time. YouTube, McFarland Cable. Watch it tonight if you want to. You can go home and watch it. Clinton could watch it on the bus on the way home.
You always love when the official blows the whistle and he looks so bothered by the fact that he has to do it.
Right. 24.6 seconds left to go. And I don't have enough time to total up the free throw stats here, but they wouldn't be real pretty.
Count the makes first. It'll take you less time.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at it. I heard a great line the other night. Somebody said a tall guy went up, couldn't dunk. They said, only guy I know that when he jumped got smaller.
I think that was in reference to Ethan Happ, I heard.
Yes, it was. Yes. I shared that with you, I think, the last game, right? Ethan Happ went up, of course, didn't dunk, just laid it in. The guy sitting next to me said, only guy I know that can jump and get shorter. 15 seconds left to go in your ball game tonight. Again, hope you've enjoyed this as much as we have. Number 22 knocking it down, Tyler Staus. His second deuce of the night. 63-52, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 ball game. And a victory for your Spartans, 63-52. And to quote another coach, winning's like a deodorant. When applied, things no longer stink. So I guess you can kind of forget about some of the turnovers, et cetera, in that. So a win is a win. So before I put a wrap on it, Coach, let's turn it over to you for any final comments that you have, and then I'll put a quick wrap on this ball game, and we'll let everybody get out of here and get warm and go home.
Nice to see McFarland go ahead and establish a really strong interior presence. Chisholm played through some adversity, played through some early foul trouble. Some guys rally around it. It can be tough when you're losing that leading scorer from extended time. So overall, they fended off a couple of rebuttal attacks from Clinton. So very well done by the Spartans there.
Yep. So when's your next ball game, Coach?
We play tomorrow at Beloit Turner. The third and fourth place 3-point shooters in Division III, I believe it is, will be playing for them. So we'll have to get out there and guard that 3 ball and really do a better job defensively than what we've done in the last couple of games here. And next time we're at home is, I don't know, 15 days from now. I think it's January 19th.
January 19th
Whitewater.
against the Whippets of Whitewater. You are correct. So we got that game on the air. So thanks again a lot. I greatly appreciate it tonight.
Appreciate the opportunity to work with you and get a chance to
That's
talk
great.
about this great game. So thanks again,
Yeah,
Bill.
hey, make it a lot more entertaining as well as educational for everybody. So again, hope that all of you enjoyed tonight's telecast. No matter where you may be in the world, or Clinton, McFarland, whatever. My own son down in Buenos Aires, Brazil tonight watching, all over the place. So tonight's final score again, 63-52, your Spartans. Again, I want to thank my helpers, Patrick, TC, Twin Cities Morn, Patrick Hasty, and Mr. BB Benny Becks. So thanks again for all your help tonight. My hope is this telecast provided you, the viewing public, with an enjoyable evening at McFarland Youth Sports, and for the kids participating, another special memory for them. Again, I feel very honored and privileged to be given this opportunity. And be sure to either get here in person or join me for our next telecast on Friday, January the 12th. Again, it'll be boys basketball versus Beloit Turner. So this is Bill, the Big K Cather, just living the dream, signing off and reminding you all, stay healthy, stay positive, live each day to its fullest, stay warm, and God bless. So long from McFarland, Wisconsin, USA.